welcome to your pick a card reading. Today is a quick reading on your next relationship. I want to look at who this person is and also why you are not with them. Why have you not met them yet? We're going to dive really deep into your journey and where you're at. This reading is geared towards single people, but it's a timeless reading, so no matter when you watch it, it will be applicable to you. This is a collective reading, so not every single message may resonate with you. There's so much wisdom for you either way. For those of you who don't know how pick a card readings work, there are 3 groups here, and you're going to choose between either group number 1 with the star rune, group number 2 with the eye rune, or group number 3 with the crossroads rune. Once again, that's group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. Take your time and tune into your intuition. There may be more than one pile that resonates with you. That is totally cool and totally normal. If you need to pause this video, that's totally fine too. Once you have chosen, then you jump to the timestamp for your reading. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and make sure to book a personal reading with me if you're interested in learning more about you and your own journey. This is a collective reading. Let's get started. Welcome group number 1. If you have picked the Harvest rune and you picked this deck, you are in the right place. We're going to go over what your next relationship is going to look like, and also why you haven't found this person yet. What is it about this person that you are drawn to? What makes them stand out? But also, like, why are you still single? Why aren't you with your person? You know? That's what I want to look at. This is your journey. This is about you. All right. Let me get some oracle cards that I picked already to save us some time. Okay. We have the Self, the Poet reversed, the Elephant. I'm going to right side this one up though. The Lion's Mane, and also the Space, Time, and Self. I love how we have the Self twice. This is a really powerful moment for you. First of all, I feel like you're somebody extremely creative. You're very in touch with your emotions. You're very at home with them. I feel like you want love. It's not that you like have no desire to be with someone. I feel like you do want love, but I feel like you've either been hurt in the past or something is stopping you from fully opening up and expressing yourself. You're the kind of person that has very deep emotions and you get very absorbed in them. And I feel like you have been hurt. And so now it's time for you to really face that. How can you express yourself? You know, how can you open yourself up? I feel like a lot of you have been on this self-love journey. There's been a lot of work on yourself lately. Like whether that's being more aware of what's going on in your own psyche in your own life, or going to therapy, or whatever it is. I feel like you have been doing a lot of work on yourself, a lot of trying to be with yourself and love yourself and give yourself the love you need. And it's almost like, why do you need someone else? And the truth is you don't need someone else. I feel like you could be completely content by yourself if you keep giving yourself love, right? But this is about finding your person, and I feel like you are looking for a soulmate. You're not looking for just anybody. You're not looking for just this next person or to not be alone. I feel like you're really looking for either your twin flame or someone who is really special. I feel like you want this forever love. Your love is going to transcend space and time. I feel like you're like Doctor Who. I don't know if you've seen that show, but it's about this guy who basically travels through space and time with a companion and is often very lonely, but they're somehow always helping humanity and being there for humanity. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. But basically, I feel like you're that person that is just kind of alone right now. No matter who's beside you, there's a sense of like you want your other half. But I do feel like this need to express yourself, and also just this fact that you've been so focused on self-love and on soul searching lately has been kind of shifting the way that you view love, the way you want love. I feel like things are changing. I also feel like with the elephant, it's almost like you're making mountains out of molehills. Oracle, I'm getting like you're creating, oh, it's not oracle, it's obstacles. I'm hearing obstacles. I feel like you're creating obstacles for yourself. In a way, you're self-sabotaging. It's not even that the environment is stopping you or something outside of yourself. You're the only one in your own way here. I do feel like you're the kind of person that a lot of people are drawn to. There's a sense of like nervous energy with the lion's mane. I feel like you might be dealing with a lot of stress. Maybe you have a lot of anxiety. But there is something that is stressing you out that's also impacting why you haven't found your person yet. And with the lion's mane, it's almost like you have to remember that everything you do in your life is connected to your nervous system. All this energy that you're feeling that's moving through you, like there's only so much you can do about it. Like stress is something that is inevitable. It's within all of us. And I feel like the goal is not to not be stressed out. It's to like not be stressed out all the time. And what I'm getting is that you're the kind of person that is very sensitive. You're very sensitive to things. And I feel like that impacts your relationships, that impacts who you're with, and also how you can express yourself. I feel like creative expression is super important. I don't know whether you're an artist or whether you're just like really into something creative. If you're not, what are you doing? Like you should be doing that. But you're creating obstacles for yourself. It's like, I hate to say it's like your fault, but it is your fault. Like if you aren't finding love right now, it's because there's something blocking you from expressing yourself, but also you're creating these obstacles. You're creating this situation. And self-expression is like your middle name. I feel like you have to be artistic in order to be happy. This person that you're gonna meet is definitely a karmic relationship of a kind. There's somebody that you've met in a past life. Whether this person is the one or not, I feel like this person is gonna be someone who has a pattern that has played out with you throughout different lifetimes. So I feel like you're going through this kind of spiritual journey as well, where different patterns are coming up and different like things that are playing out throughout your lifetimes are coming up. And I feel like this person who is going to be a part of your life they're very tuned into you. They're a part of that. So let's see what we have here. Gonna pull some cards. Okay, we have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Okay. Oh, all right. So I feel like, why am I hearing FOMO, like fear of missing out? I feel like you have been maybe turning down invites to things, or it's almost like you're setting yourself apart from people. You're actually intentionally doing that. There are situations where you could have met your person, but I feel like because you are not going to those things, or you've said no, or you've tried to set a boundary, maybe you have kind of been avoiding your person. You have so many opportunities to meet them, but you keep like turning down invitations, or maybe not going to an event. There's something that you keep turning down that basically that's where you would meet your person. You are in a way self-sabotaging because maybe there's something that you have been trying to do, or something you've been avoiding. I don't know, but I feel like you're kind of watching and hearing about things after they happen. It's like someone's telling you what happens at an event rather than you being there. That's what's coming through here. I feel like you're kind of sitting back and letting things play out as opposed to actually being a part of them. You could choose to go out and go to these parties or go to these events or whatever it is, whether it's a work event, whether it's like just your friends inviting you to a get together, whether it's going on a road trip, whether it's just this yoga class you've been meaning to go to and you keep getting reminders, but you keep not going. You keep being reminded to go or invited, but you haven't been saying yes. So whether you've been kind of playing it safe or staying inside or just being on your own, being by yourself and really focusing on your own needs, that's why you're not meeting this person. I feel like the only way to really overcome this is going to be to put yourself out there. I feel like confidence is not an issue. It's more like you have such a strong influence on people. I feel like people look up to you and they might constantly be wondering what you're doing or why you're doing something. I feel like you could be like an influencer or something, but I feel like people have access to you in some way. This could mean like on social media, maybe you're watching things on social media, or I'm just getting social media and events, and I feel like you need to be recognized and put yourself out there. It's time for you to go to events to be celebrated or to celebrate something. This is a very strong time to be celebrated. I feel like you've celebrated yourself on your own. Now you need other people to see who you are, to admire you, to recognize you, to lift you up, you know? And I feel like this is the time to let that happen, to let people do that. With the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who is very supportive, very loving, but also very supportive. And I feel like your sensitive side needs to be amped up. I feel like when you go out with your friends, you have to stop holding back. You have to be emotional. You have to be sensitive. You have to be that friend that listens. I feel like you're a good friend, but you can get overwhelmed by things. Perhaps you're overly sensitive at times. I feel like in order for you to find your person, you need to be more like of a better listener. I feel like you don't have to put yourself in the center of it all, but I feel like you have to be more supportive. There's something about you that is just so, it's like you make a difference in people's lives, whether you mean to or not. It's almost like people are just, wherever you go, people tend to be really influenced by you. They tend to be very drawn to you. You're almost like you have to be an example for other people sometimes. It's interesting because that could also be a reason of why you don't want to put yourself out there, is because you know that you have to be an example. Maybe there's a sense of pressure, but that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. And I feel like you have what it takes to open your heart up and be with someone, but you're turning people down. You're saying, I need to stay here, I need to stay home, or I need to do my own thing, or maybe next time. So I'm not saying you should be like a yes man or a yes girl, but like, yeah, maybe you should say yes more, you know? I feel like empathy is definitely a strong suit of yours. When you're embodying that empathy and that emotional intelligence, that's how you're gonna find somebody. All right, I'm gonna draw some more cards here. I hope this makes sense. Make sure you comment below and let me know if you have any questions, because I'd love to talk about it. Ooh, the Devil, the Queen of Pentacles, and Temperance. Okay, so, wow. This person is gonna be like walking temptation for you. There is no missing them. This person is like, you walk into a room, you meet them. Cat. Kitty, stop. Sorry. She's very feisty right now. Okay. The Devil is a very intense card. I mean, it definitely indicates that this person is going to stand out to you. It's going to be really easy to see them, and there's going to be like this pull between the two of you. I feel like you're going to be very drawn to each other. There's this very strong attraction, very strong magnetism between the two of you. I'm hearing like this person's trouble, you know, like you're like in a room with this person and you see them and you're being your role model, excellent self, or whatever. And you're like, oh my God, this person is trouble. Like, they are not, they are bad news for me, but I'm head over heels. You know, I'm into it. Like, this person is going to really be enticing to you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of sexual tension that could come off of this person, but they are like, you are very turned on by them. I feel like there's just this extreme attraction, which is, they can be intense. I feel like I'm actually picturing like, I don't know if you guys watch Vampire Diaries, but picturing Damon, like that kind of energy of like this just brooding kind of like intense person who may not be, you know, perfect or like, you know, an angel, but they are somebody that has such a, you know, intense aura, and they're super hot. That's kind of what I'm getting. Obviously, this can be for any gender. Like, this doesn't have to do with, you know, heterosexual relationships or gender or anything. All right. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're actually going to meet this person through a friend. Now, this can be, it doesn't have to be a female friend. It can be any, you know, any friend. I feel like this person is somebody who has their shit together. Like, they are someone with a very, they have their life together. I could see them being very, living in a very like lavish home or having money. I feel like I actually am seeing like a house or something that is surrounded by like expensive things. Maybe you're invited to a party by this person, or you're invited to spend time with this person. You're going to meet your person through this friend. That's what I'm getting. So this person also could have like, the friend could have like earth energy with the Queen of Pentacles. This could be like a Virgo or Taurus. I'm getting a lot of Taurus energy. This isn't going to be something that just happens overnight. I feel like it's almost like you have to be very patient with this person, with the lover, the love interest. I feel like they are someone who might test your patience. It doesn't rub you the wrong way, but they know how to get under your skin a little bit. I feel like there's some kind of fire or passion to them that is hard to explain, and you are going to have to be very like patient with them and keep yourself together, because it's almost like you'll want to rush into things with them. You'll want to do things with them. You'll want to like go on crazy wild adventures with them. I feel like they're going to really take your breath away, but it's all going to happen in its own time. I feel like there's a state of balance that needs to be kept if you want this to work, because this is the kind of person that will sweep you off your feet, and then you'll have no idea what happened. Like, they'll whisk you away and you're like, what am I doing with my life? And all that stuff, that self-love and stuff, that it's like you won't be able to think about that, you know? So it's really important for you to try to take things slowly. I feel like patience is what I'm hearing. Patience, patience, patience. You're going to have to be very patient. This is a very intense love. There's a lot of lust here. I'm feeling hot just talking about it. Oh my God. Yeah, so I feel like this person is friends or acquaintances of your friend. You guys have this mutual friend. Let's look a little bit more at them. But yeah, this reading is definitely focused on the self. What I can see here is like, this person is someone you've had intense romance with in your past life, or intense attraction with. This isn't something you've just, this isn't the first time you've met. Like, this is something that has gone on over and over again. And I don't know yet if this is somebody that you have like unfinished business with, or if this is somebody that you are going to end up with. But I feel like this is a very powerful matchup, powerful relationship. And I feel like meeting them when they come into your orbit, it's just inevitable. You're also going to learn a lot through yourself. And the only way that it's going to be really worth it is if you can stop self-sabotaging and also not letting the situation stress you out. You know, I feel like they're intense. This person is intense. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and also the Page of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Okay. Woo! All right, I'm getting witty banter. I feel like with the Page of Swords and the 5 of Wands here, there's a lot of witty banter. I don't see it being like arguments. I see it being like you guys have this back and forth. I feel like there's this playful kind of back and forth. It could be kind of like flirtation. Maybe you butt heads a little bit, but it reminds me a little bit of Pride and Prejudice, of like that kind of thing, of where you know that they are going to end up together, but they butt heads a little bit, and somehow that creates more tension and makes them like each other more. So I feel like there's this kind of back and forth, kind of this feisty, sassy energy coming off of you both. You're going to have to figure out what that means and like how you can kind of get through to them. But also what I'm getting is that you need to find common ground with this person. It might not be evident at first because at first you might just notice their aura, their intensity, or their like attraction. And it might be like you're so focused on that you don't actually realize that you do actually have a lot in common. There is so much here that you need to explore. I feel like you have interest in common. It's just not on the surface. So it's something you have to talk through with them, get to know them better. It will look like they check all your boxes. I feel like this person looks dreamy. This person looks like your fantasy. I feel like they are extremely good looking, extremely charming, extremely good looking. It's kind of like they're your ideal person. They're your dream person. I feel like the way they look, it's just like in your fantasies. It's something that turns you on. You're so attracted to them, and they appear to like check all your boxes. I feel like they come across as kind of like your fairy tale. And I just feel like you might even be so enraptured with them that you don't even realize like it's happening until it's happening, like until afterwards. I do see that you both really like talking. I feel like you share a similar sense of humor. You're both very chatty. I feel like this person likes to talk to you or talk you up. They don't hold back either. And I do see this person, like if you go to a party, I see this person asking you lots of questions. Like this person really wants to get to know you. This person really wants to be around you. They just are really into you and they really want to know more. I feel like this person might ask you for your number, or I just feel like this person's so intrigued by you. They find you fascinating. They're very drawn to you as well. I do feel like with the 3 of Cups that like leaning on your friends is really important. You've been very isolated, or you've been working on yourself, and so maybe you haven't fully leaned into your social circles, your social group. Your friends are going to be a huge part of your relationship with this person. Having fun, enjoying your life, just making the most of it is going to be the best part, and really enjoying it in the company of other people. I could see you meeting this person on the astral plane as well. You're making mountains out of molehills. I feel like you're kind of creating problems where there aren't any. According to the elephant, you need to be able to open up to this person and just be your authentic self. Oh yeah, so I actually pulled these as well. Okay, we have the teapot, the angel, and the eagle. All right, so I do feel like this person may not be someone you would normally go for. They're not the kind of person that you would not usually go with. This person is unlike anyone you've ever met. Even though things are rocky in the beginning, it's going to get easier over time. You're afraid that if you don't connect with them, they're going to slip away. I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling of like this person won't be here anymore. it's like this feeling of like you need this person to be in your life once they're in it. I'm also getting like fallen angel vibes. Like this person may have done something and then they still are like there for you, but at the same time they're sort of corrupted. I feel like there's stuff that they've gone through that have made them a little jaded, and so they really need to be with someone like you, someone who has all this light and energy. That's something they're picking up off of you. In a way, I feel like you're kind of protecting each other. And as far as the teapot goes, it says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Now, this could definitely be confirmation that that friend, that mutual friend that you both have, is someone that is the same sex as you. That's something that might help you, because I feel like this friend, and we have friendship as well here, is going to really play a part in your relationship dynamic. The friend that I'm talking about, this person, I don't know if they're like a mom or if they have like motherly vibes. I feel like they are someone who's very nurturing. They're more of like the caretaker. They're that friend that takes care of everyone. Maybe they'll introduce you. Maybe it's just something that someone you meet together, but I feel like they're a big part of this. There's something really pure about your relationship. And I feel like no matter what, like this is with the angel here and the eagle, like this is a sign that these challenges that you're going to face, you can overcome them. There's this just innate feeling of like safety and security with this person. And you know that even though other people might not get it, they're there for you. They protect you. They care about you. Just don't lose yourself. All right, so we have Neptune. Yeah, there's definitely like a psychic link. I feel like you both have a very spiritual connection. And there's also, we have Gemini. So this person could be like a Virgo, a Gemini, or a Pisces. They do have very mercurial energy. This could represent their sun, moon, or rising. And I'm also going to look at that friend to make sure. I feel like that friend has a lot of earthy energy, but we'll see what the dice say as well. You could definitely have met this person on the astral plane or in a dream. This is the kind of person, like I said, they're very dreamy. They're very like fantastical. This person could be a Pisces. I feel like there's something about them that is very like mystical. I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like they have a very spiritual vibe. It could be in the way they dress, the way they look. It's almost like they're on another level. And I feel like this person with the Gemini, this person really values like communication. Like I said, you both really need to talk things through, talk things out. Now with the 6th house, this has a lot to do with health and healing, but also competency and feeling like your self-worth, feeling like you are worth it. I feel like this is really important, and it also could indicate that you meet this person while you're at work or working. Also, group number 1, before I go, I just wanted to roll the dice and see who that friend was, because I remember saying that I would do that, and I totally blanked on that, so I apologize. All right, so this could be Pisces. This could be Cancer. Ooh, double Cancer vibes with the 4th house. I feel like this is definitely someone who is either an earth sign or a water sign. Like I said, that queen was giving me earth vibes. But this person could definitely be a Cancer or a Pisces. They're someone who's very secure in themselves. And I also feel like they're the kind of person that can bring a lot of different people together, but with the Cancer here, that is like the caretaker energy I'm also getting from them. So I feel like they like to be needed. This person likes to be needed is what I'm getting. All right, so that's what I'll stop there. Okay. Hello, group number 2. Welcome. If you picked the I rune and you picked this deck, then you are in the right place. We are going to look at your next significant relationship, and we're going to talk about why you're still single or why you haven't met this person yet, like what is holding you back. And I also want to talk about how we can spot this person and who this person might be in your life. and what part they play, right? So let's talk about it. I'm so excited. I already feel so excited because when I was pulling these cards, I just felt like this thrill rushing through my body, and I don't usually get that. So I am excited to see what all this is. Okay, so with the Mask and the Adventurer, the Cheetah, the Morel, and the Shaman. Wow. You are a very vibrant personality. I feel like this is the kind of situation where you are just so unique and so your own person. Like, you're so eccentric and like colorful that it's really difficult to find someone that can match your energy. I just feel like you haven't been able to find someone that can really match you. It's almost like maybe people can't keep up with you. You have the Cheetah, which is this very like, it's like you're the main character, you know, main character energy. And it can really overpower a relationship sometimes because, you know, while it's not all about you, it can feel like your life is so interesting that maybe other people aren't as interesting. You know what I mean? That won't apply to everybody, but it definitely does apply to some of you. And I feel like because this is a collective reading, there's a few messages that I'm getting. You're somewhat of a wild child. I feel like you're the kind of person that likes to try new things, that wants to put yourself out there. I could see you having like some kind of interesting style. I feel like you're very interesting when it comes to how you dress or look. Maybe you have colorful hair. Maybe you have tattoos. Maybe you have just something that really sets you apart. I feel like you don't care about fitting in. You don't care about looking like everyone else. You want to make sure that you stand out and that you're yourself. I feel like with the Mask here, you are able to put on a lot of different facets, like different personalities almost. The way you are with different people, you can adapt to them. It's like you have different kind of personas with different people. That's what I'm getting. I feel like sometimes people aren't really sure what's real and what's not because you're so out there, you're so original and unique that sometimes maybe people think, oh, well, this person's just kind of hiding behind all these layers. But no, you are the layers. You are this really beautiful soul who has so many different interesting things about them. I feel like a lot of the things about you clash. And so finding someone that can keep up with you, that can match that energy, that can vibe with you, I just feel like it's been challenging. I also feel like there's a little fear when it comes to, you know, going on adventures with somebody new. Just because you have a big kind of energy, big aura, doesn't mean that you're necessarily like the most extroverted personality. You know, that's not an indicator of that. It could be, but for a lot of you, you're going to be introverts, yet you dress like you're out loud, like you dress like you're speaking, you know, like you're singing. I actually could see a lot of singing or dancing with the person that you choose to be with. I feel like this person is going to be someone who's very colorful and is able to like really enjoy their time with you, enjoy life. And there's a lot of excitement. I'm just getting so excited even like looking at this, even channeling these messages, because it's like so much intense energy just building up. And I feel like you are the kind of person that if people can't keep up with you, if you feel like they're dragging you down, it's not going to work. I do feel like you think there's something missing. Maybe love is missing. Maybe you feel like there is something missing in your life and you need that person, you know? I feel like you're just not going to be with someone who is going to take your energy down, you know? I feel like often in relationships, you might be the one to take the lead or to initiate things, I would say. It's interesting because with the Cheetah, it's also about your ego. You know, I feel like your ego is a big deal and you don't want someone to bruise it. You don't want someone to mess with it. There's a sense of confidence that you need, and there is a sense of confidence that you get from being with yourself as well. I do feel like you're at the beginning of a new adventure, of a new phase in your life, one that might require you to take on more responsibilities than you're used to. This could also mean that some people don't like it. Some people are going to clash with it. They're not going to like this adventure. They're not going to like the choices you make. And the haters are going to hate, you know. But you also have such a huge support system. I feel like there are people in your life who are super supportive and loving and who want to see you flourish on this endeavor. And I'm getting this when it comes to love because I feel like you're looking for that person who can be by your side, you know, the companion, the one who knows who you are. They don't see the mask, they see that it's you all along. They know who you are. And I feel like you have so much to offer. Now, what I'm getting also with the shaman is that people might call you crazy. I feel like you might have had people call you crazy or insane or, you know, like there's something wrong with you, or maybe like just that you're just unhinged. I don't know why, but with the lunatic here, this really reminds me of how a lot of the time when people are just different, they're called crazy, especially women. People really don't know how to act around you sometimes because of the extremes that you go through. I just feel like you have some extremes, and I feel like you need to kind of figure out how to just be yourself. Actually, no, I take that back because there's no way you cannot be yourself. You have to be yourself. It's really difficult for you to fake it. It's really difficult for you to fit in. So just kind of accepting your craziness, accepting how fun it is, you know. And when I see this, I'm also getting like Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter because she just rolls with it. She's just weird and we love her, right? She's my favorite character. I feel like you are like that. You're just this interesting, you know, personality that has so much to offer and is so exciting to be around. I feel like you have to figure out what is missing in your life. What is it? And you can't rely on another person to be happy. But yeah, how can you match your energy? How can you really let go of any fear you have of embarking on this new chapter in your life? And what can you do so that the attention that you are carrying with you like remains on you? I feel like people are watching. They're waiting to see what your next move is. Ooh, 8 of Cups. All right. 7 of Swords. The Hangman. All right, so I'll just start with this. Okay. This kind of goes to what I was saying as well. The 8 of Cups. It's like you have walked away from situations where you may have felt like somebody wasn't matching your energy or you weren't getting what you needed, like your cup wasn't being filled. Maybe you're not finding love because the person you want to be with, it's like you can't be with them or you weren't feeling like fulfilled. I just feel like satisfaction is important to you and you're not going to like sacrifice it for anybody. You're not going to sacrifice any little bit of your happiness or well-being in order to make someone else feel better. The 8 of Cups reversed is really about you having to walk away from situations where you had to kind of give up a piece of yourself for another person. And so it's kind of difficult for you to find someone who's going to just like be by your side, especially because a lot of the time it requires you to give them something of yourself, you know, to weaken yourself in a way. When you just have big energy, you can't downplay it. You can't, you know, make it small. You can't like take it away. It just feels like this overpowering energy. The 7 of Swords is telling me there's a sense of denial involved here. I feel like you've been denying something. I'm going to need some more clarification on this, but I'm getting a strong energy from this card. Strong message. The Hangman also has to do with needing to sacrifice something. I feel like you might need to surrender to the situation. If you want to find this person, it's like you just need to let it happen. It's like you've been fighting it. You're denying it. You're denying something. And you have to surrender and let go and just like Stop resisting love. Stop resisting being with this person. It's almost like you know them already. Let me just pull some more cards here. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups. All right. Okay, this makes more sense. I feel like this is somebody you actually know. Ooh, the Queen of Swords reverse. Okay. I feel like this is somebody you actually know. Yes, I could see this being a friend of yours or an acquaintance. This is somebody you've actually liked or had feelings for. This person is fun. This person is someone you have a good time with. You have maybe known them for a while. I feel like this person might have moved into your neighborhood, or maybe they moved to you. I don't see you moving to them. I feel like they moved to you. And as far as the denial goes, I feel like you're denying your feelings for this person. I don't see this person as crazy as you. I feel like this person is more low-key. This could be someone you went to school with the pentacles here. This a lot of the time has to do with education. This person just likes to have fun with you, and you're gonna know it's them because this person just makes your heart feel full. Whenever you're with them, there's so much passion, and there's just something about them that makes you feel excited. Like there's like this thrilling and exciting factor going on here. I feel like there's a playful energy, but this person is much more low-key. They're maybe more mature. Is mature the right word? I feel like there's an introverted vibe to them. They're not the kind of person that may be like on the outside look as eccentric or crazy or wild, but somehow their energy is calming to you. It kind of centers you a little bit. And it's also like they're okay not being the main character in the story. They're okay letting you have the spotlight. They're okay with letting the world revolve around you a little bit because you have such a big energy. You're like the sun. I feel like they are orbiting around you. Now, what I'm getting with the Queen here is that this person could actually be in a relationship right now or be going through a breakup. There is a potential love interest in this person, and I feel like you may not have wanted to confront that because maybe they have been with someone else, maybe they weren't single, maybe you're afraid that it's too soon, but I feel like there's someone in their life that is not happy about the situation. Maybe they are an ex-person, like it could be ex-girlfriend or ex-guy friend or whatever. There's some kind of animosity between you. And I feel like you're in denial of your feelings for this person. Like maybe you just don't want to be with them because you don't want to be a part of whatever that is, the drama. But I feel like this person is definitely a friend, someone you know. And if you haven't met this person yet, this person will be your friend first. I feel like there's definitely a friendship first. And it might feel like you're tiptoeing around your feelings. I also feel like this person is more serious. The Knight of Pentacles, they're not the kind of person that's going to go out and party and flirt with other people. Like, they're not a player. They're pretty serious when they do commit to someone. You know that if you're with this person, that's it. Like, you're going to be with them. And you can't get out of it. You can't just, like, walk away. And I feel like that's a very serious thing. So, you know, your friendship is also in the works here. And I feel like everything's kind of in the balance. You could meet them at a time with the Queen of Swords. It's a air sign. So it could be like during Gemini season or Aquarius season or Libra season. I also feel like there's a move coming up, maybe for them or you, something that you've been thinking about or they've been thinking about. Things are definitely shifting in their life. The pieces are falling into place. I love this energy. There's just so much fun, like so much passion and fun. No matter what, it's going to be really difficult to find someone to match your energy. So you have to be able to make sure that you're not compromising that. You're going to have to surrender. Just let your love happen. Let things go the way they're supposed to. You're fighting it. You're fighting it. I could see you meeting a lot of really interesting people along the way. But yeah, I feel like this person is what's been missing in your life. There's something really like divine about your connection. Let me see what else the cards have to say. The Nine of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. Ooh, the Knight of Wands reversed. Wow, wow, wow. It's almost like you've been waiting for this to happen. I could see this being an infatuation, and I feel like you have to be proud of what you have with this person. There's something about being proud of your relationship, not downplaying it. I feel like this person is really special, but you also have to acknowledge that. And sometimes it can feel like, not like a competition, but it can feel like you have to be also grateful for where you're at and what you have with them. There is something really beautiful that you have already manifested with them. And that's something to be proud of. It's something you should have a lot of pride in. I could see them really celebrating you, but you also like being their biggest cheerleader and celebrating them. There's just like a beautiful support. You know that this person is not as out there as you are. I feel like they come across as more vanilla. Like when you first met them, it may have felt like they were more nerdy, or like I could see them being kind of into like tech, or someone who really likes to read. I just feel like they're the kind of person that likes to like know things. With the Page of Pentacles often indicates like a student. Perhaps you met them when they were a student. But I feel like this person has always seemed wiser beyond their years. And you can tell. They give that energy off. They might be more of an old soul. I also feel like this person is someone you might have known in school. But yeah, but I am getting this very like down to earth, more introverted vibe. This person may not have seemed as passionate to you at first, but you realize that's far from it. I feel like you actually both have very strong inner children. Like you bond over that. There's a very playful energy. There's a very creative vibe. I feel like you both have very strong inner child and inner children. And you both like to do art and be silly and kind of have fun and just not really care about the rest of the world together. And that's really beautiful. I also feel like it's something you might share is that you both like children or you both have kids. It depends. This is a collective reading, so I'm giving a lot of these kinds of interpretations here. With the Knight of Wands reverse, this is telling me that you really have to be flexible. You know, you have to try to be open. You can be kind of stubborn. Despite being someone who's kind of out there and sky's the limit, I feel like when it comes to this person, you might be closing yourself off a little bit. This person might be kind of camouflaged in your life. They blend in so well that you don't notice them at first. I feel like your feelings are kind of sneaking up on you. Love. The Desk. Pay attention to your work. Okay. Needle and thread. All right. So I feel like you both are very devoted to your passions. This person knows you. I feel like they know you more than you realize. If someone asked them questions about you, they probably could answer. It's almost like they know things about you that you haven't even told them. There is so much going on in both of your lives. You're really devoted to your passions and to what you do. I could see one of you being a writer. I'm just getting like words. But with the Desk, I also feel like this could have to do with like options. I feel like there isn't just one route to take with this relationship. Like you can take multiple routes. No matter what, it's on your journey. Like it's going to happen, but it can happen in a lot of different ways. And I feel like you have to kind of be open to these options. And of course, love. You know, this is definitely a soulmate situation. Okay. All right. So I feel like this could be Sagittarius or Capricorn energy. Whenever I get a node, I really attribute this to like karmic situations, you know? And I feel like this could definitely be a karmic relationship, somebody who you have met in a previous life, or, you know, who has this very spiritual connection with you. This person kind of sneaks up on you, but they do love you. I feel like they love you really hard when they love. You're definitely the one who's going to keep things kind of exciting, I guess. I also feel like with the ninth house, this could be like you traveling. This person might be from another country, or you might travel with this person a lot. I feel like that's a big indicator of that. And they also, with all these pentacle court cards, I feel like this person could also be someone who is maybe they go to a university or they are part of a higher education system. I feel like you are not fully being open with them. There's something you're hiding from them. I feel like you're maybe hiding a secret, or there's something you haven't told them that you're afraid to tell them. This is something that's extremely important to get off your chest if you want this to work, if you want things to go your way. But never stop being you, never stop being your beautiful self. This is definitely a very interesting matchup because I feel like you both are different in your own way, but you both just have such a beautiful, kind of playful energy that you share. Knowing the moon cycle is really going to help you. The energy of your relationship is very in tandem with the moon. So knowing when the full moon is going to help you, because that's the time when you're going to feel more like able to attract this person. Yeah. I'm also getting that Capricorn energy even more. I feel like this could also be Virgo or Taurus as well. And this could be sun, moon, or rising signs. It doesn't have to just be sun signs, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed it, please comment below, like this. I would love to hear if this is the group you picked. Tell me below. Let me know what your thoughts are. It's okay if you don't believe in everything that I've said, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, can't wait to hear from you next. Also, if you do want to book a personal reading with me, this is a collective reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, zoethepsychic.com. I do live readings and recorded readings. Welcome to your reading group number 3. If you picked the Crossroad rune, then you are in the right place. I'm excited for this one because we're going to talk about your next relationship, and we're going to talk about why you haven't met that person yet and how you can meet that person. So let's discuss it. I want to see first what the oracle cards have to say, and then we can talk about what the tarot cards have to say. All right, the crone, the cartographer reversed, the mouse, scarlet elf cup, ooh, healing, and then yin and yang. All right, I'm already getting this like very heavy energy coming from this. I feel like there's a sense of experience behind you. Perhaps you're somebody who's really mature for your age, or you are older. This could be this feeling of like you've been down so many different roads before and you just don't want to do it again. It's almost like maybe you had a lot of experiences with people, or you've grown to become a very picky or very like selective about who you date. I feel like with the cartographer, this person is often at a roundabout and there's so many different paths opening up in front of them, and they might go down a path, but they won't fully explore it because that would require more commitment, or there's something that maybe turns them off. But I feel like you have maybe tried different paths with people, different relationships, and you've never really stuck through with them, or they just haven't really worked out for you. And now it's about figuring out what you want. And I feel like you're honing in on that. You're honing in on what you want and experiences that you've had. This isn't your first rodeo. What I'm getting is there's this kind of old-fashioned energy. You might be looking for more of a traditional relationship. For example, you might be looking for, if you're a woman, you might want like a guy in a heterosexual relationship. This might not apply to everyone, of course, but you might want a guy who is more assertive and masculine and who pursues you or courts you. And this can go both ways. I just feel like with the yin and the yang, there's a balance that you're looking for with this person. I feel like you want them to kind of balance your energy out. And I feel like you just haven't found that person yet. There's a sense of you have explored different paths, different relationships, and they just haven't been what you're looking for. I also feel like there's a message coming through that for some of you, this could be you mourning. I feel like there's some grief coming through, maybe depression. It could be that you lost someone you love, and then it's been difficult to get back out there or to really find someone that matches that. I feel like there's like a sense of needing to let go of previous relationships or a previous person, someone in your life. I feel like with the Scarlet Elf cup, there's a sense of needing to rebuild and restore your love. Like I feel like your heart has some kind of wound that hasn't healed. This could be from losing someone you love. This could mean just from having a lot of like experiences that you have been through that have kind of shaped you into who you are, and you have to kind of smooth things over with your heart. A lot of this has to do with you being very peculiar about certain things. I feel like you're very selective, or you can be kind of critical of certain things. I feel like you're not going to settle for something that you don't want, you know, or someone. It's like you don't want to just settle for someone because you're going to wait and you're going to be really picky about that person. Like maybe you're not the kind of person that will just date whoever. Like you don't want to feel like something is compromising your space, your life. When you get older, you know how you start to close yourself off and you see people start to kind of become stubborn or kind of nitpicky because they've had so many experiences, so they kind of know what they want or what they don't want. I feel like that's what your energy is like right now. There's a sense of like, I don't want to settle for something else. Like, I know what I want. I've tried this, I've tried that. Like in a relationship, if I'm going to choose, I have to find that person that meets my needs, and I'm not going to settle. The yin and the yang, it shows a extreme balance. I feel like you also need to heal your feminine and masculine energy. I feel like the divine feminine and masculine are kind of out of balance for you, and it's important for you to figure out what those are. We all have masculine and feminine energy. It's a polarity. So being able to find a way to balance that out is so important. And in this day and age, I feel like a lot of us have more masculine energy than we do feminine energy. It's like there's an unhealthy balance of it. And I feel like with the yin and the yang, you're going to have to find a way to balance that out. So that could mean being more in your feminine and trying to soften and create more of like a cyclical kind of creative vibe in your life instead of being more assertive and like action taker. You might be looking for someone more traditional, maybe something a little more old-fashioned. Like you want someone who fits the very masculine or very feminine role, especially if you're in a heterosexual relationship. There's this feeling of, I want someone who, you know, is like what I was taught my relationship should be like. I want a marriage, and I want this person to be like the breadwinner, and I am the stay-at-home parent or something like that. It just feels like there's like a balance shift that needs to happen. You definitely need to find this balance, and you also need to find someone who fits your schedule, who fits your lifestyle. You maybe like things a certain way. You don't want to necessarily adjust your life to completely fit someone else's. And I feel like you also maybe don't really give things enough of a shot. That's what I'm getting here. I feel like this could be an age thing, a maturity thing. Maybe you feel like you're more mature than a lot of the people in your same age group. All right, so I'm going to do some tarot cards. Okay, we have the Wheel. We have the Nine of Swords reversed and the Three of Chalices. Wow, okay, I'll start here. The Wheel is telling me like a lot of it is not something you have control over. I feel like fate is really running the show. There's a lot of things that are happening in your life that you really just have no control. And that's very rare, because most of the time we have free will, we have a sense of control over things, and we don't necessarily like just have to roll with it. But in your case, I feel like when it comes to love and your next relationship, A lot of it is up to fate and destiny. This is going to happen whether you like it or not. And I feel like it's kind of like you're at the whims of fate, and fate's going to decide whether this person comes now or later or sooner. With the Nine of Swords, this person is not someone that you know. I feel like they're someone that is going to come into your life. And I think that you're going to have to really lean on friends and family and really open up to them before you can fully embrace your destiny, embrace this person. There might be some grieving that's going on. Maybe you're still processing something. Maybe someone in your life is gone, or you went through a breakup. I feel like there's some mental stress that's left over or lingering from the past. I feel like you really need to lean on your friends, your family. And with the chalices here, this is telling me that you really do need to expand your social circle. I'm getting that you're the kind of person that might have like one or two really good friends, and so it's kind of limiting you. I feel like you're going to meet this person faster if you expand your social circle, try to make more friends, try to hang out with more people. It's almost like there's a very introverted energy about you, and I just am getting that people aren't really necessarily like around you a lot. I see you kind of doing your own thing and not necessarily befriending tons of people and being like a party animal. Maybe having one or two friends that you've had for a while, deep friendships, and kind of alternating between those. I just feel like in order for you to meet this person, you're going to have to like expand and add to your social circle. Let's see what else we can find. I love this deck. We have the Four of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. I feel like you're going to see this person as someone who's very stable. Like, it'll be easy to recognize them because they're the kind of person that will just look like they have their shit together. I also feel like they probably will have a lot of money. They'll be financially secure. And I also feel like they're not the risk takers. You know, I don't see them being the kinds of people that will just like take risks and, you know, go bungee jumping with you. This is the kind of person that you have a house with and you settle down with and you like build a family with, or, you know, feel cozy and safe with. This is the kind of person that's going to make you feel secure. They're going to be your rock. The King of Pentacles, this person is also introverted. Why am I getting that you might meet this person like first class on an airplane or something? It's like, I feel like whatever situation you meet them in is one that is more like high end. I feel like it's more fancy. There's something about them that is like, maybe it's like a business meeting or something, but there is something very like, I could see them wearing a suit or wearing like dressed up. I feel like they're dressed up. This could be at a fancy restaurant. This could be in a VIP section at a club. Like, there is something really suave about them and like very smooth, and just like, I feel like when you meet them, there's this energy to them where they just seem like they are, I don't know, rich or wealthy. There's something about them that is just so abundant, and you feel it. You feel it. I feel like this person could be like the owner of an establishment, and then you meet this person and you don't even realize that they're the CEO or the owner. I just feel like this person has built something for themselves and they are really proud of it. It's like they have their own little empire. You're a part of that. I feel like they're going to make you a part of that. You'll never have to worry about money or about security with them. It feels safe, you know? I don't see this being something that you meet like at a McDonald's or in the park. This is going to be at an establishment, something more traditional. I do feel like they might rub you the wrong way at first because they might say a pickup line. Why am I saying a pickup line or like a bad joke? I see them like making a bad joke or saying something that you're like, do you say this to all the girls or all the guys? Like, is this who you are? You know what I mean? I feel like you don't really trust them because of it. You can't trust your own judgment around them. Maybe you feel a little confused about how you feel about them, like you want to like them, but they say something, and you might feel like they're the kind of person that just like flirts with people, but really this person is very like introverted and secure in themselves. It may not even be introverted, it's more like they feel safe, you know? But when you first meet them, they might be trying to pick you up or trying to like pursue you. And I feel like they'll say something that might sound cheesy or not great. And you'll learn later on that like talking maybe isn't their forte, you know? Talking and saying things and pick up lines and jokes, like these are not things that they usually excel in, but they're trying really hard to meet someone. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting, is like this person will maybe put their foot in their mouth. Yeah. I just feel like that's the energy I'm getting, is this person's going to say something that they can't take back, and then you're going to be like, wow, really? Like, you know, I just see that. But eventually I see it working out. I do think that this person it's not their forte to talk to people. They may not have as much experience as you in the love department. But I do feel like they're the kind of person that's like a marriage material. This person isn't just messing around. They are serious about finding love. There will be a situation where your judgment is clouded. Like you'll feel like you can't fully make a decision about them yet. All right, let me change this here. Another thing I'm getting is also the number 1. I feel like this could be the first of a month. So this could be their life path number, but definitely keep an eye out for that. I also feel like there is some air energy around them. Yeah, it doesn't seem very balanced. This person is like energetically an opposite of you. But I do feel like you'll feel like you have more in common the more you get to know them, and you might feel like, wow, actually we're the same person. Okay, the 5 of Chalices. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Death card reversed. Okay, this also takes me back to that grief. I feel like there is a sense of still processing something that happened or someone. I feel like there's someone that you have to let go of. There's this need to like stop holding on to dark feelings. I also feel like you need to have hope. Focusing so much on the negative, you need to focus way more on the positive than you're doing. I feel like there needs to be more faith in this person. You need to have more hope that it's going to work out, because you can see the flaws and the details so clearly. It's like you can't see the illusion anymore, you know? I feel like you're having difficulty with your rose-tinted goggles. You want to be able to be a little delusional when you first fall in love, right? A little bit. And I just feel like because you've had so many experiences, it's difficult for you to see things and see people through a fresh pair of eyes, you know, and see things. And I just feel like this is important. You have to heal your heart, and you have to have hope and see things for what they are, but also see what they could be, the potential, the possibility. Stop expecting the worst. I also feel like you might see this person as more of a player, or as someone who who does this all the time. Like they might come across as way more confident than they actually are. And you might feel like, okay, this person probably has tons of other people's numbers. Like I'm definitely just somebody they're trying to pick up. When really this person is much more of like a earthy, down to earth person. So yeah, I also feel like you guys are both very introverted. You both maybe like to be at home instead of going out clubbing. Like you like to do that Netflix and chill, you know, instead of going out. I feel like cooking dinner at home is often better than going to a really nice restaurant or getting takeout. There's a sense of like, or maybe I do see takeout being a part of things too, so it's fine. But I do feel like they're not afraid to spend money on you, but it doesn't mean that they take a lot of risks financially. I feel like they're good at saving. They're much more savvy about like things, their materialistic values. And with the Death card reversed, it's almost like you've been resisting change. You've been resisting letting go of something in your life, and I feel like now is the time for you to really release it and also look at what is dying in your life, what is actually falling apart, and maybe it's time to stop holding on to that. Identify the decay in your life. There's a sense of controlling, nitpicking, like needing to hold on to things. You might easily get the ick from somebody. Like you might just, there's something that they do that might turn you off. I feel like you have had a difficult time because your standards are high, and there's nothing wrong with having high standards, but I do feel like if it is coming from a place of like grief or where you're healing, if there's a pain point that's being triggered, that's a little different. We have the key, successful outcome to your problem. Birds flying. News is on the way. And then we also have lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Okay, so what I'm also getting is that this person, they balance you out. I feel like they are definitely the kind of person that wants to solve your problems. Like they want to help. They're the kind of person that you tell them about your problems and they'll try to like fix it right away because they just want to help you. They're able to open you up in a way that other people just haven't, because you can put your walls up now. I feel like you protect yourself. With the bird flying, I am getting that this person might be traveling for work. I feel like they're not the kind of person that travels all the time, but I do feel like they do travel maybe for work, or they like to do it like once a year. Maybe they have like a routine that they like to abide by. I feel like routines are big here. This could also be a long distance relationship, someone you meet from and they're in another country or somewhere else. You guys come together. It's just, there's so many different messages coming through here. It's really important for you to just kind of be patient with that because you can't rush that. I think that the thing about this is when you do see them for the first time, it might be like I said, they might say something that rubs you the wrong way, or that kind of makes you doubt things or clouds your judgment. But I also feel like they light something in you. With this lightning, it's almost like you're awestruck by them. There's a sense of like prestige about them, something that really like makes you feel like in awe of them. And there's somebody that you don't want to mess with. Like if you weren't dating them, they're not the kind of person you would want to get under their skin or get on their bad side, because they will go all in for you, but if they don't like you, then they don't like you. Like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I just feel like with the lightning, being with them, it's like you really can't think straight at first. So I'm also going to roll these, see what we can see about them. Okay, so we have 7, which is a really powerful number when it comes to love and marriage material. I also feel like this could be a Libra, this could be Scorpio, this could be Aries, and this could also be Leo. So we have that fire energy. This could be their sun, moon, or rising sign, and it could represent you, but it could also represent them. So most likely them, though. They will pursue you. They can maybe have a temper, but it takes a lot of work to rile them up. I hope this helped. If you liked this reading or if it resonated with you, please comment below and like my video. I am so excited to know what you guys think.